Hello, everybody, and good morning. Thank you for coming back to school today. It is Thursday, so that means we are doing some more social studies. Last week in social studies, we talked a lot about what it means to be a good citizen. When we were talking about being a good citizen, we talked about what did it mean to be a good citizen in the classroom when we were at school, and we put our fingerprints up saying that we agreed to do all of those things. And now that school has changed a little bit, we talked about what does it mean to be a good citizen while we're at home. We talked a lot about being kind to the people around us and being honest, right? Those are two big parts about being a good citizen. We also talked about how we can be a good citizen to the earth because of Earth Day. So we're going to do a little bit more of that. And by the end of the lesson today, you should be able to say, I can be a good citizen by practicing self-control and being kind. So let's read that one more time together. I can be a good citizen by practicing self-control and being kind. Now, there are a lot of words there, so we're going to talk about what that means in just a second. Sometimes it can be really hard to be kind, right? Especially if something's happening that you might not like, you might not want to be doing that thing, and it can get us a little bit worked up. In school sometimes, I know some of us got a little bit angry if we didn't really want to share those crayons or those toys that we were playing with at recess, right? Maybe at home, you're being asked to do something that you don't really want to do. Maybe you want to keep playing, but it's time to clean up or help do the dishes or do other things around the house, right? So sometimes when we're told something that we don't really like, it's hard for us to be kind and act in a way that's nice to the people around us. So, what should we do when someone makes us feel angry? If you remember, I had a brain hat at school. So, I made a new one here. And it's important to understand our brain, right? So we know what's going on in our heads. When we feel angry, that's our amygdala in our brain, and it's responsible for all of those emotions that we feel. Our amygdala can make us feel happy, scared, sad, a lot of different things. But it's up to us to tell our amygdala that it's okay to feel those things, but we need to make safe choices and practice self-control when we're reacting to something that we don't really like that much. So let's think about, what does practicing self-control look like? If you're really angry and maybe it's time for you to get off the computer during centers, right? And you really, really wanted to stay on Lexia, but it's time to rotate. Should you get up and throw the computer stuff and slam your chair in and yell at your friends? No, that's not practicing self-control. You might feel like you want to do all of those things, and that's okay. But if we do those things, it's not being safe. So we need to figure out, how can we calm down to help ourselves make better choices. So if we're feeling upset, we know a lot of ways that aren't very good at showing people how we feel. But sometimes it's hard to make good choices if we're still really worked up. So what we can do is we can practice different things to help us calm down and make good choices. So one of my favorite ways to calm down is to practice breathing in different ways. We breathe all day long. Sometimes when we're running around really fast, we have to breathe a lot because we're tired. Sometimes if we're angry, we start to feel that same way. We're breathing a lot, breathing really heavy, and that's not going to help us calm down. So we can practice different breathing exercises and different breathing techniques to lower our heart rate and feel okay. So I want you to practice this one with me. You're going to pretend like you have a ball in your hand. Have you ever seen the ones, they're made of plastic and you can open and close them like this? That's what I want you to pretend that you have in your hand right now. And we're going to practice taking some big deep breaths. So the ball starts small, and when you open the ball, you're going to take a big deep breath in. And we don't want to open the ball super, super fast, right? We don't want to open and close it like this because that's going to make us breathe like, and that's not helping us calm down. We want to take big, deep breaths in. They're nice and slow, nice long breaths, and back out. So we're going to pretend like we have our ball. And we're going to take a big, deep breath in. When you breathe in, you're going to open your ball slowly. And then when you breathe out, you bring the ball back in. Let's do it again. So you're going to keep doing that until you feel more calm. All right, so after taking those big deep breaths, that's going to calm your body down to make some better decisions. Now, there's other ways that you can breathe too. Maybe you don't like using the ball to breathe in and out. You can also pretend like you have a little pinwheel. And I don't have one of those with me. My pinwheel is at school. But if you've ever seen things, maybe they're on people's yards and they have little, it kind of like sticks out. There's a little thing that you can hold, and then on the top, it kind of goes like this, and when wind goes through it, it spins. So you're going to pretend like you're holding a pinwheel. You can hold a pencil or something if you want to help you. And you're going to pretend that you're going to be the one who's seeing the wind. You're going to use your breath to turn it. But you don't need to turn it super, super fast. You don't need to breathe really heavy and quickly. You're going to do the same thing that you were doing before. So you're going to blow on your pretend pinwheel. Are you ready? So big deep breath in. So when you're feeling angry and things like that, and your amygdala is getting really excited in your head, that's when you know you can make a choice. You can choose to stay angry, but you can show your anger in a much better, safer way. So once you calm down, then it's important to talk about how you feel, right? So when you want to talk about how you feel, you can use different kinds of sentences, like an I statement. So I'm going to use my whiteboard over here so I can write this down for you. You want to start by saying, I feel, and I'm going to put a blank space here because that's when you get to say how you're feeling. Remember, it's okay to feel however you're feeling. I feel, maybe you're feeling angry and that's why you were so upset. I feel angry when, I'm going to put another space here. I feel angry when you take my toys without asking. I feel sad when you call me those names. So when you use your words to talk about how you're feeling, that's practicing self-control. Because someone might make you angry or sad and you might want to throw things at them, but that's not practicing self-control. And self-control is such a big part about being a good citizen, right? Being a good citizen is being honest, practicing self-control, and being kind. So hopefully next time you're feeling upset or angry, you can make a good choice, and you can make a choice to be a good citizen by using one of those breathing techniques that we just did and using those I statements to really tell people how you're feeling. And remember, other people get upset too. So maybe if they're upset and they're trying to tell you how you made them feel, what should you do? You should listen, right? because it's one thing to tell someone how you're feeling, but if they don't listen, then nothing's going to get better. All right. So, what you can do now, you can go back to the website, check out the choice board, and pick one activity for you to practice what we were just doing. And then I will see you on Zoom so we can do a little bit more.